Well, I guess I got to get some ears on there. Shh, he can't hear you. So I've scored, I've had some water, I've scored again. Something else I can do here is just kind of stab. That way I know I'm not removing clay, but I am preparing this clay to have a lot of surface area. So when I add this, it'll have more to grab onto. And I'm going to do this simultaneously where I have two balls of clay that are essentially congruent. And I'm going to grab them by both ears simultaneously and try to get this attached. So I've made this depression. I can cut it back farther when I have to, but I'll try to keep my thumb there while using my fingers to help pinch the clay into the scored up area above it. And there, now we're done. I have Shrek ears. It looks pretty good. I'll just be looking at these value changes. I might even check my own ear to make sure it's detached. Some of you will have an earlobe that essentially looks more attached, and mine's a little detached at the bottom. Some of you will have one that's a little longer too. I've pinched this way out. I've also gone in and carved away, pinched around a little bit, some of this structure here. My ear's a little strange in that it was injured from wrestling, so I have what they call cauliflower ear. Even though I was wearing the protective equipment, my ear just got broken inside of it. So the cartilage broke, and then water comes in to try to swell it up and isolate it so it stops being disturbed. Then that water turns into calcium, then it gets really fragile. Some wrestlers who have a whole career in it, their whole ear will just become this big old lump that has to be like punctured open and drained out. So it's just scar tissue, but I have just a little bit of it. It's right there. It's kind of a badge of honor for some wrestlers. Our moms really didn't want us to have it. They were afraid that it would socially make us outcasts or something. But you know, if you've ever met a wrestler, they're kind of happy with that too. But once I've got that volume and some of those structural elements, I can take this edge and just kind of fold it over to become the rest of it. Show off my lumps there. Might use a little bit of water to keep this edge supple enough that I can continue to bend it. And I can come back and fuss with that more. It's a little sensitive now, and it's going to be the first thing to dry out, which is why we waited so long for it, even longer than we waited for our noses. And something else I can do now is establish an ear canal, which just like my COVID test. We'll keep things a little thinner. I've found my armature in there, which is good. All right, on to Shrek 2.